That's Mary Magdalene. Out of whom with 7 devils. All right, so I just want you to remember Mary Magdalene. She had 7 evil spirits in her that Jesus healed from her. And if I were to name a few of them, because a lot of people, the Bible doesn't list what those evil spirits are. Evil spirits can be gluttony, fornication, slothfulness, pride, loneliness, depression, weakness. It's a list of evil spirits that you can have and not even realize. There's another woman in the Bible, in chapter 8, verse 43. And this lady had an issue of blood for 12 long years. And it says, and a woman having an issue of blood for 12 years, which has seen all her living upon physicians, neither could be healed of any, came behind him and touched the border of his garment, and immediately her blood stanch. Y'all know the story about the woman with the issue of blood. The last woman I wanted to talk about is another confirmed woman. And that's chapter 13, verse 11. And behold, there was a woman which had a spirit of infirmity for 18 years, and was bowed together and could no wise lift herself up. When Jesus saw her, he called her to him and said unto her, Woman, thou art loosed from thine infirmity. I want you to remember about those 3 ladies. And the reason why I picked those 3 women is because after reading their stories, I looked at their stories and I said, you know what? These women were ready to be free. I like that. I like the name of the ministry. Ready to be free. The woman, Mary Magdalene, she had 7 evil spirits, and Jesus called those spirits out of her. And she continued to follow Jesus after he called those spirits out of her. She loved him. She went everywhere Jesus went. She was there. She was at the cross with him. She was the first one to see him resurrect because he had healed her. So she fell in love with him. Then you have this woman who had an issue. She had an issue of blood for 12 long years. And we all have some issues. Some of us don't want to admit. God sees it. But we all have some issues in us. And I think about this woman who had this issue for 12 long years. That's a long time, ladies. Y'all know it's going for 5 days. But for 12 years, she had this issue. And I can see her on this day. She says, I'm ready to be free from this issue that I've had for 12 long years. There was a crowd, this huge crowd. But she heard about Jesus coming down her street on that day. She said, I got to get to Jesus. But I want to also say that I didn't read anywhere in the Bible where her mama was encouraging her. I didn't see in the Bible where her mother was saying, come on, baby, you can make it. I didn't see her family members there pushing her through the crowd. But on that day, she got up and she got that courage in her. And she said, I'm ready to be free. I don't care how big this crowd is, I got to get to Jesus.
Amen. Amen.
So I see her on that day, pushing her way through that crowd. You know, people was talking about her. I see her saying, I got to get to Jesus. I see her saying, move out of my way. I got to get to Jesus. I see her pushing her way through that crowd. That day, she was ready to be free. She had a pushy faith. She had a determination faith. She had a get out of my way, move, I got to get to Jesus faith. Because on that day, she was ready to be free. She wanted to be free. I don't know who I'm talking to. I know somebody in here is ready to be free. Of some sort. This woman was bowed over for 18 years of her life. All the way over. But she went to the synagogue. She went to church. She was making her way to church. She was sitting in the church when she got healed. But I see her in my mind. I see this woman infirm making her way to church, bowed all the way over to the
can't do it. He says, I'm going to take you home with me so nobody else will kill you. I didn't know that was the favor of God.